We should be live, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see if we're coming through.
Just refreshing.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh, we're good?
Yeah.
Because we've had some interesting things, so I think I should take this down and do something along the lines of good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Weekly WAYPN. I'm Karl.
I'm Sunny.
AKA
Henry and Sandika.
Okay, let's get right into it. So, unfortunately, Facebook has been more of a problem than usual, so I'm just going straight to the pictures while Sunny reads out.
Yeah. So we've got Stargrave Trooper update by Penguin. Sticking with my Desert Colors palette, I added some red in the lens and beret for pop. It also gives the overall warm feel associated with desert for arid terrain. Stargrave Trooper update. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. Like, I do think that they would really appreciate some edge highlighting with, like, especially with the sort of things that they're sort of decked out in.
It's very smooth, flat, blank spaces.
Yeah.
And of course, he's doing this up to tabletop.
Yeah.
So, it just a little bit of edge highlighting really helps it pop on the table without doing too much work. Because, you could do volume shading, but that would take it to character level. Or
alternatively, you could give them decals for their armor.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
if you've got any.
You could do something military, which I'm sure he's got like a million military decals.
Yeah.
Or, like something futuristic, like Tau decals. Something like that.
Whatever you have on hand, really.
Yeah, but like the thing is that at the moment, they're just a bit too plain.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, alright. So, moving on to...
We have Blightlord Terminator's update by Alfarius from Discord.
Now, I do believe this is actually finished off a bit later, isn't it?
It is.
I'm just going to see... Yeah, I can find it. It's at the very end.
Should I skip ahead?
Well, I'm going to just go to the end one real quick. Because...
I can actually read the text from the Discord.
Yeah.
Okay, Blightlords. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it on this guy. At most, I may add some grass to the base. That is what is being said. I do think that once he's added, I don't know what he's added. Maybe like a wash or something. It really took down the vibrancy. So
yeah, I'll go back to...
Yeah, you can see how it's like a bit more of a vibrant pastel green here. And then he put some sort of wash or something, and then it really brought down to that sort of grimy Nurgle color. So I think that really fixed whatever issues that he felt he might have been having with the model.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I think that the pink is an interesting choice for the plasma. I do think it contrasts well against other things.
It also does still feel gross. Like the choice of that pink feels like an intestinal pink color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not where I was thinking, but go on.
What did you think it was?
Oh, it just seems a little flamboyant for them, but like I can see what you're saying with that, but that's not sort of how I see it, because it's quite sort of rich in colour, not like the dull colour of an intestine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think basing wise he's good. He's got 3 elements. That's all you really need. And like as another guy on the board, he reads just fine. There's nothing here where you're like, oh, that really needs to be fixed up, that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, and so we've actually skipped ahead to your finished one because we know that you guys, it's later there, and we wanted to review your one so that we got it in time.
And I think all the elements have really popped and come through. But I do think that the rust is a little overdone on the weapons on these ones.
Yeah, I think the metal could be brought in a bit.
Yeah, because I think you've been doing really great with these Blightlord characters. So if you feel that you have it in you to adjust to that, please go ahead. Other than that, they're very feasible tabletop guys.
Yeah.
They're very nice.
Well, I think that's pretty much it. The only thing I want to say that he's done separation very well,
Yes.
like with the segmentation,
Yes.
with this little head here,
Yeah.
all of those sorts of bits, like that really helps the model pop a bit. The only problem is that with his shoulder head area, it's all sort of one straight block. Like, I'm not sure how you could even manage separation a bit better there. I guess you could like more heavily weather in each of the individual segments, but that would be a bit of extra work. But let us move on to what have we got next? Oh, we've got Iskander.
Ooh, we're working on the leg.
Yeah.
You're meant to say it's leg day. That's how it's done.
I'm gonna take a drink.
But I do really love how he's done the. I can't tell if this is like just a sketch or if this is like the finished and non-metallic metal leg.
I think it is how he intends to finish it, but I think we talked about this last time. I thought that this would be great as a sketch. Get that highlight color and then just
let it blend a bit more.
Well, what I would do is I'd get in an airbrush and like mask off this area and then not real intense, but let the airbrush do the blending for you.
Yeah.
Don't even like try and do anything. Just hit your highest points like here and that sort of thing, and like soft blend it that way.
Yeah, because you know how with metal reflections, some parts are very harsh.
Yeah.
And then it sort of fades out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would have been fabulous, but I don't think.
But we'll see what he does in the end, because I think a little later on we see how things go. But I think that because like especially here, you see where it's a bit more rough around here.
Yeah.
Like I think it would really help with that.
Yeah.
It's not that it's bad by any means, right? Because you do want those big jumps, as Sonny said.
Yeah.
But I think just something like that could really help.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Alright.
Okay, next we got Larry.
And Larry's got...
we haven't been putting the times. I forgot.
You know what? Unfortunately, we're going to have to keep going. You know, such is life. But yeah, so... we had a little less time than usual, guys. So we weren't as prepared, and as you can hear, the computer's trying to take off in the background.
Right. So we've got Larry.
Yeah.
Hello again. It's me posting my work again. Goatman, I glazed black over the fur and hair. I couldn't make up my mind whether to go straight black or try patches of black, so I punted. And then streaks of grey randomly applied in the hopes of getting a salt and pepper effect. Though I'm wondering if I should do some streaks of straight black to enhance that. Also thinned the grey a bit and used it to shade the muscle groups and such on the skin to give it a more definition. I'm going to have to do some glazing with the various greys, maybe a bit of near black or Payne's grey. Oh, paint can be a dream if it's thinned enough and you can get enough on your brush to do the job you want and make your model cool. Paint can be a dream, sweetheart.
So, just for me, I think if you want to put those black parts in, I think that's an idea. I do think that the way that you've currently got it as like an edge highlight more than highlights within, it seems less like what you're going for. I'd try and do maybe something like feathering, you know, where you do lots of little strokes.
What do you think about just doing like dry brushing over the...
I don't think that would work. But I do think that, once again, it's going to be easier to see your intention once we see a bit more separation in the model, because we've seen some of the separation already, but like for example here where you haven't done up the cloth yet and this part here, because like I said, I'm seeing, you know, a lot of white and then a lot of warm tones, right? So, as an example here, you could have this as like a blue leather sort of thing. You know, like black blue leather.
Yeah, so black edge highlighted with blue.
Yeah, well, I was thinking more like really dark blue and then do it like that sort of thing. But like, because all of these tones, like you're either warm or you're white. Yeah. And like, it's...
The white also feels a bit on the warmish side as well.
Well, it's just a bit overwhelming, that's all.
Yeah, some cool tones will be good.
Yeah. Alright, so let us move on. And so Larry's actually finished this one up in the not-so-distant future. So we're going to keep my commentary minimal on this one. I think that it fits. I think we've talked about just about everything.
Yeah, I think he's managed to bring in a little bit more separation into the model.
Yep.
I don't know about the cape's texture does feel a bit overdone, but we will see how it comes together.
So, speaking of texture, the only thing that...
Hey! Hi, Chris! Yes, welcome.
The only thing that I really think needs any texture is I think this would look better if it had... You know that chestnut wash that we use, which has like just a very slight gloss to it, that gives more of that wood texture? Because I can see that he's done some of the texturing in here, but because it's matches that of the gun, it sort of feels the same. But yeah, so then we've got one more Larry, and so here they're all pretty close to the done stage, and like I said, I don't want to give too much commentary on this because like they're pretty close to done. Okay, yeah, like very close, and yeah, it's when I look at it, like it's a lot of what we've said already.
Yeah.
But we will save final commentary for when they're done.
Okay. Iskandar just joined.
Okay, great.
I think he's praying, and Chris has joined us pretty much.
Okay.
So I've asked if he's caught what we've said. If he hasn't, then
yeah. All right. So I think.
Well, okay, we've come to his post.
Yeah.
For the devil.
Well, the thing is with this one, he's got one more after this. Like when it comes to this one, I think it's pretty much the exact same things as I said before. I really think like some spot highlighting with the airbrush would help blend all these things together and hide any sort of messes. The other thing is the way that he's done this green as if it's a glow within. So what I would probably do is once again the airbrush thing. Yeah. You know, and just do a nothing crazy, just to
bring a bit of bright light.
Yeah,
into the mouse because you're clearly doing an OSL.
Yeah. There. Well, I'd more do it for the OSL glow itself, not for like doing any of the whites, that sort of thing. Like just so that it's just there and done, rather than like anything like that. Because I think like the lines are mostly good, but in some areas they're very thick. And see, it doesn't feel as deliberate at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
And like that's what you want your painting to feel like. You want it to feel deliberate. It doesn't matter if you've got big old thick lines if they're painting the illusion that you want. Alright, so next up. I don't know if this is meant to be a tiny model or what's going on with Andy's photo, but next up we've got Andy.
Yeah, working on a FATS Hector by MS Paint.
That sounds like some sort of slur.
Yes.
An FATS.
Yes. But it isn't. It just says fat.
Yeah,
fat.
I understand, but I mean, like,
Fat mode.
the way that it's said,
Yeah.
you know.
It's like, I'm trying not to say the word.
Yeah, it's like, look, there's little people around us,
Yes,
FATS.
Kind of Fallout adjacent, I guess. Even tried a fancy bass.
Yeah, no, the basing looks good.
Is that black or silver rimming, though? It's so shiny.
No, it's black.
Okay.
It's black rimming.
Okay.
I think it's the bass itself.
Mm-hmm. That was like interesting choice.
No, I think it's good.
I think he is small because like we usually see more detail from Andy.
Yeah, so with this guy right here, the only thing I think is I would have liked to see a bit of a side profile because I don't know how this guy's head looks. Is this guy's head absolutely massive?
It looks like a robot frog or something.
Yeah, or like a bit of a chibi or something like that.
Yeah,
slightly.
Yeah, I think that is this head because if you take a look at the back.
Yeah, I get it, right? But see, with the back, it doesn't. Yeah. Anyway, so I think really good separation with the steel.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, very nice steel work. Yeah.
Yes.
I do think the value of the blue and the green are too close, though.
Oh really?
Yes.
The value, it seems like the values are good with the blue and the green to me, but you know, I can be wrong.
Let me just quickly pop this on into the.
Oh sure.
Into the PS. The PS.
Never mind.
The Photoshop, guys. The Photoshop.
But yeah, so. Is there anything else that you wanted to say about it before we move on?
If I believe it is a very small model, and because of that, I think he actually did really well at getting the scale right with the mace. You know, I think it can be a bit tough. Okay.
I'm just waiting 1 second while
black and white.
We will see whether Sunny is right.
Look at this. Look at that.
You want to send that over to me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do.
Yeah, that way is easiest, I think.
Copy only and send it to your face.
Yes.
Found their face.
Yes.
Righto.
Okay, so I'm just opening it up now. Where it will come up. Yeah, so I see what Sunny's saying. The values are very similar. Like you can't even pick it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I just want to take a look at the backpack area and see if it has the same.
I'm sure it does have the same. But yeah, so that's one thing to think about in the future when it comes to that sort of thing. But I thought that they look great because like they just pop so much with the colors because like one's a low saturation one's a high saturation one, in my opinion.
In a way, yes, but I could tell from the color that it would be the same. I thought that it was more popping from the back, but from the front it seemed like it was blending in. Anyway, I think that's everything I have to say.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let us move on.
Okay, 1 second. Iskandar says his live stream keeps on buffing. I hope that's not us.
Well, if it is, there is nothing we can do at the moment. I'll just double check. It says bitrate is low for us, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do about that. So we're just going to have to live with it.
Deal, yeah.
Okay, so here we see Larry's guide done up a bit more. Yeah, okay, so I was 100% on the colours, right? So let's take a look here, right? So much warm tones everywhere, right?
Shall I still read out what he said?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Painted the holster and straps black, then highlight with black leather. Added some black strips to the hair. Made the cable on its let red. Yeah, I don't know what that means. And its tongue, which I'm no longer certain if it is a tongue, but some resin down for water. Yes, the face is currently very unfortunate, lol.
Yeah.
It looks like he's sticking his tongue out or something.
Or it's like a bad goatee. I don't think it's a tongue. I think that's just
like the under chin situation. You think?
Yeah, I think that's his chin, and he's got one of those underbeards that some unfortunate people have. Like, have you ever seen the Amish where, like, the beard starts right here?
Oh, yeah. Like, it doesn't start from under the lower lip.
Yeah, it starts from below the chin. Yeah,
what kind of genetic is that? That's so weird.
But anyway, so, like, first off, I think, so he's used, like, a contrast or a wash here. I think, unfortunately, you need to put the work in against white. It's just necessary.
Yeah.
Second of all, the straps with the sort of more warm tone highlights, it's just all warm tones. It's all
blending in with the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry, I think you might want to consider some cool tone highlights. Yeah,
so I do that for the leather straps,
the pouch, and even the gun, if you're still doing like a black gun.
Yeah. I think it might be worth doing a steel gun or like a rusted gun or something, because
no rusted, because that would just bring in more warm.
It would, but like, so currently everything is just sort of.
Yeah, it does feel a bit messy and very blended in together.
Yeah, like, because
I think it's because he's just very confused about how to approach the salt and pepper feel.
I think feathering is the way to go.
Yeah, maybe try just doing a fade, like either black to grey or grey to black.
No, like feathering, like where you and like it doesn't matter if there's additional texture there or anything like that, because like people are like, oh no, there's extra texture in a beard, whatever, you know. But like I think that way, because currently like they're very big and stroppy sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that's my thoughts. Do you have anything to add to this one?
No, just like it is just a bit on the messy side. I think once he fixes the salt and pepper situation, it might come a bit better, and also bringing in more cool tones.
Yep. All right. Well, let us move on to the art.
More from
Iskander.
Okay, I tried as best as I could to follow the box art. It was certainly a challenge. I believe I made the right choice to paint the necrodermis last, even though it made maneuvering the brushes harder. I wanted to be sure about the value of the skin relative to the surrounding elements. I'm happy with the result. The client is satisfied. All is well.
So long as the client is satisfied, that's all that matters. Okay. So here, like on the professional side, that's what you have to consider, right? Nothing else trumps that. Okay. So don't worry about that. But what I am talking about is, moving ahead professionally. So see this sort of spot with the airbrush that you've done on here? That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. But if you can do it more controlled on the knees, on the elbows, where you've got all of these sort of
highest point white reflections.
Doing that sort of thing with the exact same
technique.
Color.
Yeah.
You know? So not like, because for example, like that looks really good because like there's a lot of work put into blending that a lot more. Right? But you can see, let's see if we get like you can see right here how these aren't nearly as blended together, and it just looks a little off, right? And the thing is, if your client's happy, that's what matters. But if you want that extra next step, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything that you wanted to add, or
could we take a look at some other angles? Because I think that the sort of lines that go through the cape.
Yeah.
And I do feel like that could have been brightened up a bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I'd probably in the middle or the tips of them. Let me search up on a separate thing. You keep talking while I'm doing this.
Yeah, so basically that was all my comment, because I think that he did really well, and he also tried to put in those green reflective lights. I think it airbrushed it in onto the silver skin, and also the purple as well, because I think that really is what will make metal look like metal when it reflects the environment.
Okay, so what I want to show is this, right? And hopefully this will not lead to Reddit, of course. Why not? But so when we're zoomed out of it, right, you can see it a bit better how white it sort of gets at certain points. And in other things, I think this is a lot better. But like that idea of
that fade.
Yeah, that fade.
From like dark to light.
So if we take a look at your one, right, like what we want is, as an example, if I was doing this, right, because I do believe they are recesses.
Yeah, they are.
So what I would probably do with this guy is I'd go white ink first, right? Let it dry. Alright? And then what I would do is I'd put in Tesseract Glow, but what I'd try and do is put it in a controlled way. So I'd try and like probably pull it up quite a bit and like have a very light brush and pull it up, and then down these bottom bits what I'd try and do is go back with that white ink, or if you could get like a very watered down sort of white, just put it at the bottom while that Tesseract Glow is going in.
And then it'll bleed.
Yeah. And
okay.
So like, don't try and put more work on yourself. Let the effects of the model do it for you. Alright, shall we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next we have more from Larry.
Yep, so...
Right, okay. The Mandalorian and Grogu are ready. Okay, Iskander says, I'm trying to respond to your comment, but my stream is really bad.
I understand.
It's okay, just put it in.
Yeah.
We will address it when
it comes up. Yeah.
Alright. Larry. Okay. The Mandalorian and Grogu are ready for further adventures. They'll be back with the Mandalorian army. Rimmed the bases and calling these done, unless the review mentions something really bad.
So, the only thing that I would say right here is paint this frog a different color.
I do also think that Baby Yoda's, or apparently Grogu, his outfit is blending into the base as well.
I'm not as worried about, right? This looks like it's a part of Baby Grogu.
It does.
Rather than a separate thing. The way that you can do it really quickly is get like a very bright green and just hit the frog, especially right here where it joins the mouth. And then just do some highlights.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, you can go really dark with it, but just hit that where it hits the lip, because otherwise, like, this sort of looks like he's got a weird tongue sort of thing, or something.
Like a weird appendage coming from his mouth.
Yeah, because it doesn't look right. Like, if somebody knows the scene, like, you've hit all of the things. But if somebody doesn't, it
looks a bit weird and off, because like you've got this wonderful work done on everyone else, especially the Mando.
Yeah.
And then it's like come down to Grogu, and it's like, why does he look like that?
Yeah, but the other thing is, what I would say is, this is a more of a quick one. If you've got scale 75 chestnut, just run it over this, and like that's gonna make things perfect, because you've done that texture work on the back, but since it matches the texture of the metal, right, it looks a bit off.
It looks very flat, like it doesn't quite read as wood at all. It just feels very unfinished. So yeah, I think if you put in like a wash or something,
we'll see. It's ink. Not. Yeah, we'll see. The ink will give it just a slight texture change, because it's got a very, very subtle gloss, right? Also, it would enrich the wood with just this tint of a slight yellow. It's a really good.
Okay, so I just want to clarify because chestnut is the red brown, and wood is the
is it
yellow.
wood?
Yeah, the yellow brown.
Well, I think wood then maybe, but chestnut would be fine. Either would be fine. It's about getting that very subtle
texture shift.
Yeah,
and also it'll bring out the contrast a bit more. In the,
yeah.
The thing. Okay, here we have a comment.
Yep.
I think an edge highlight between the stock and the metal part would help separate the two components.
Yeah, like let's say you had like maybe just like a scratch of metal there. That could work. But yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
I trust Chris's.
Well, yeah, no, it's just that little bit, nothing crazy. All right, so I think that we've said much of what we've said on this guy over the previous streams. I think he's got really good separation now. I think the yellow against everything really makes him pop, but I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I like the basing. Yeah, I do think the black pants has really come out quite nice.
Yeah, compared to the very glossy stuff.
Glossy, yeah, like this is really a case of the trusted process. I mean, I still enjoyed the glossy pants. I just thought it was very interesting. But yeah, I mean, look at how it sort of shades itself. Or I don't know what he did, but it's very cool.
There's a definitive shift between textures.
I'm not very keen on the weapon.
Yeah, it does.
I just can't quite tell what's going on there because, like, is it meant to be a rusty weapon? If it is, it really needs spots of metallics.
I don't know. I haven't. I watched the show for a while. Then I heard some bad things, and then I saw some previews, and there was meant to be there was whatchamacallit, this guy, and see the guy's like, I don't know, 60 or 70 or something now.
The actor or the
the actor.
Okay.
And so in the time between the first Clone Wars and this, he put on a few extra pounds, right?
Wow.
And I'm like you get older, okay? But see, when he's trying to reprise this role, it didn't look that great. And then there was another scene where I saw these people where it's like, this is this really nasty gang. And they did this shot of them, and it looked like a bunch of children riding e-scooters. And I'm just like, I don't have time for my entertainment to cause me cringe. So I never watched. But yeah, so I think that the model itself is really good. I agree with you about the weapon, but knowing Larry, it's probably pound for pound accurate with the show.
Probably.
Yeah. So let us move on to Joseph. Now I think this is really interesting, these models. I really love these models, and what I really like is how everybody inverts the photos of them. Like, I think that's really good. Wow, she has some thighs, doesn't she?
She does seem to be thighlicious.
Yes, they must have a thigh master wherever they are.
Okay, I'll read what Joseph said. The Upside Down Survivors from the Pariah box are finished. That's the last non-modular game piece I own finished. I've still got around 100 models left to paint, but they're either painter's pieces I should take my time over, or modular models I'm not ready to decide how to build. I might slow down and try and do other things as well as painting now. I'm experimenting a little with my photos. How's the black background? It's a bit too glossy, isn't it? I also tried turning off the lights in my room.
I think the light is a bit too intense in this one.
Is this black? Is this meant to be black?
Yes. So
it looks great, like very light.
Yeah, so it does look quite flooded, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look very flooded. It didn't do so well for your Kingdom Death models, but it did great for the bust woman.
Yeah,
the bust lady turned out real nice.
So I think that there's a good chance that these might be better painted than photographed. Because, take a look right here and see this very nice, clean highlight. Do you see? No, I'm being serious.
No, I'm sorry. I was just reading what he was saying.
Oh,
so like something I should probably have considered 20 plus years ago.
Is
the lights.
It's alright, but yeah, like so.
Yeah, I do see the very nice separation there.
And like it's very nice, and like the like natural highlight there, all of those sorts of things, and I feel like a lot of it's being washed out.
Yeah. I feel very bad for Joseph because like he seems to be trying very hard with his photography. And we've been saying this for months now, I think, and I think he's trying his best. And it's a bit I feel bad because he's putting in an effort, but it doesn't seem to be working in his favor no matter what he does. And
yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Well, so for me, like, just tell him the truth, and I think he's obviously taking it on board.
Joseph, a piece of cardstock, mate. Like, paper's your best bet.
He's got that, but I think he's turned off. So he turned off the lights, and like he had the light in here. I think that there might be too much light, and I think it might be direct, not diffused light.
Have you tried diffusing the light? Yeah, you should diffuse it with like a. You can use parchment paper.
Another way is you can just put like a white t-shirt over your light or something like that.
Just something to soften the light's harshness. So it just sort of fades out like an overcast weather kind of look.
Because like I'm looking at a lot of these, and if you want to take new photos of these and put them up, we're more than happy to review, because like I said, I think I can see some little details throughout this which aren't popping up as much, because like we can see that red stripe in there and some other things, right? But it feels as if like it's just not coming through. Because I remember this model, and I remember particularly how harsh this line was and that sort of thing. But yeah, like, because the white looks particularly nice on this one.
Oh yes! Oh wow! Very
like
pretty.
I was really impressed with that. And as we know, white's notorious to photograph nicely, right? But see, like, this seems like a really nice, bright, vibrant white.
Very beautiful.
And like it's
like a silk white kind
of. And it's got like the right shading. So like, you could say that some of those are natural shadows, but definitely not here.
Yeah.
Like, some of these have to be painted shadows, right? It's just not possible for all of them to be natural shadows. Like, because of where the light's hitting and such. But that's one of the indicators. I think for this one, I'm just going to say, Joseph, try again with your photography.
Yeah.
Because I think that these models deserve more for their review than what we're currently giving them.
Yeah.
Not that we, like, upset with you or anything. It's just...
It's hard to tell. Like, how can we give you a good review
if
we can't really tell what's going on? And, you'd come in and say, actually, it's like this and it's like that. Well, it might be, but like I can't tell,
It's like
would it?
Yeah. But yeah, just on that, guys, I know that it sounds harsh, but you are only as good as your photos
on a completely digital platform.
Yeah,
where you're getting it reviewed. Like if we were in person,
we could
completely different feedback.
We've given feedback to people in real life, but yeah. Okay, so next up, it's you.
Yeah. So
you just want to read out your thing about the skin, because I think it was about the skin, wasn't it?
Mostly. I have lapsed in my one model a day goal. Been doing sidetrack life stuff and been prioritizing it over painting because you only have so much energy in a day and things tend to pile up. Anywho, just trying to actually get back on the horse here. I'm working on batch painting the skin with inks first, then going from there since the recipe looks good right now. It's not an exact science. I'd say 2 brush dips of intensity ochre to half a brush tip of oxide. The oxide is just there to reintroduce some red back into the ochre. We just want a smidgen, not a whole lot. Yeah, and it's like a Asian skin contrast, quote unquote, recipe.
Yeah. No, I think it looks good.
It turned out really nice. Like when I applied them to everyone.
Well, because I think one of the biggest problems is with Asian skin tone is the lack of pigmentation. So like it doesn't have that.
It's a more yellow pigmentation rather than a reddish pigmentation.
Yeah. It is, but like the biggest thing is like Europeans have that sort of pinkish flush.
Yeah.
And like that's when it stops being an Asian skin tone. Like often you can get away when you do like really pale skin, but I think this has worked out really well.
Yeah. Because I did it just ochre, I think, at the start, and I was like, it looks not quite right. Because then I had to still go over the shadows because this is not a warm zenithal. This is your regular cold black and white zenithal. So I had to go over the shadows with like a sort of a desaturated pinkish tone, and I was like, okay, if I need to reintroduce red anyway, we try that with the inks, and then it worked nicely.
Yeah.
All right, we will move on.
All right, so next up we got Lee G.
Hey, Vortimus the All-Seeing.
I think that there's much better separation this time now. What do you reckon? Because
last time, see that.
Last time it was very, very close, wasn't it, between the skin and the armor?
Yeah.
So I think much better separation this time round. Do you want to read out his post rather than us?
Finally finished Vortimus, and with him completed the Warhammer Underworld's Eyes of the Nine warband. Was a great project. I got stuck on Vorty due to my perfectionism being messed with. When I bought the set, it was secondhand, and I should have cleaned them up prior to painting. Removed mold lines and did something about the chunky glue on Vorty. I didn't, and then struggled to get the finish I wanted. Lesson learned. Also learning to take photos again. Tried to stay authentic to the actual paint job, whilst making the image a little sharper and pop a bit. Last two pictures for comparison.
Yeah, I think. I
feel like that. Wait. Oh, that must.
I think these are last two.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, it feels very GW photography with the one with the background, the Skaven background.
No, it's not. It's the
Yeah, it feels like something you would see from
Excuse me.
Warhammer.
But these are all his models.
Yeah. But I'm just saying the style really.
Excuse me.
Man, take a look at that blue horror. I love that.
The glow.
The glow of the green. I forget that it was a very extended analogous. He does a red to the yellow. Yeah, I think I quite like this one.
I think with the vignette it's come out well.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. All right. I might step out for a second because it seems that I'm having a bit of a coughing fit, and I'll leave you with Sunny to talk about Larry's priming.
Okay. Here we go. Oh dear. Touched the forbidden button by accident. Let's hope that things will be okay. Okay, here we are. Ben and Johnny have been waiting for the rest of their family, and they've just arrived. Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman. Also, just in time for the new movie, Black Suit Spider-Man. Thor, Frog of Thunder joins them, along with a great sculpt of a werewolf. Also, the figure printer gave a cute bonus figure that'll make Sunny plot the ever-popular death of rats. All primed and ready to go.
Yeah, and what I do like is what Larry will do is he'll like show his progress in stages, right? And that's what we're all about here. Like it's not always just show your finished model, right? And
oh, how cute! Oh my goodness, like him so.
Yes, but this is part of the process, and feel free to show off these sorts of things and feel like you are responsible to someone else. Alright, so speaking of, just
Old
after
man Gilly.
he's talking about the various bigger projects he wants to move on to.
Right.
And these are them. These 3 projects.
The thing that I'm not very
Just say it.
I don't want to get upset and waste my breath, so I'll just
say it. People will want to hear.
It's just that you see Gilliman here.
Yep.
And the design of the model is better from Forge World, but you know that the quality and ease of painting is better with the GW one.
Yeah, well, with the
plastic kits.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
it is a bit of a, isn't it?
All
right, let's move on.
All right, this one we have.
I think we've
about.
Yeah, we already talked about this. We talked about the start and the finish.
So next we have Rat Boy
from
Discord.
And what once again, same as Larry, right? Look, assembling miniatures is progress, right? And there's only one person that we truly give a hard time because they never actually move beyond assembly. And then they ask all these questions, right? Show off your progress. Like, hey, I got it assembled. Hey, I got it primed.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a base coat done.
The whole point of WAYPN is to build the motivation to eventually finish your models.
Yeah.
And there is a, I don't know, like, I guess a joy.
Yeah.
To just, like, hey, look, I did this little step, and I made this other little step, and now I'm progressing more than I ever did.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
I think that's it exactly. I think just having that ability to
feel like you're moving forward.
And not just that, so it's different for different people, right? But as a general rule, usually when you show something off, you feel like, hey, I've given this responsibility to other people, and like now I've gotten some of that feedback, and I feel, hey, I should probably move on to the next thing, so I get that dopamine hit again of when they start talking about my stuff.
Exactly. Is that a positive reinforcement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next up,
this one's gonna be a bit of a big one, guys. Okay, so we have Combat Patrol Challenge, Wolf Spears, Kveldolf, Jarldom by David on Discord. My LGS is having a Combat Patrol tournament using modified Dominatist rules. So I opted to get the Space Wolves Combat Patrol, paint them up like a custom Wolf Spear Jarldom. Space Wolves, but more dour. The color scheme is based on the idea that Wolf Spears sends all initiates to the Space Wolves to have them tested. What if a Wolf Spear initiate went to the Blood Maws and started to succumb to the Wolfen Curse? The Blood Maws are standard Space Wolf colors with red face mask and gloves to represent them falling to the curse. So the Jarldom under Egil Kveldolf is a wolf spear with blue/black and bone to make it closer to a parent chapter with red face and gloves. Added wood details and ice details here is.
So I think what David's really good at is concept. I think that his execution needs a bit more work, obviously, because it's not yet done, but that's often what we see with David. Like, he does this great work when it comes to, like, he plots things out. Like, here he's gotten the armor from, what's this?
The Space Marine 2.
Yeah, and he's also done Imcat. So he's done these two things to sort of show his concept, show what he's doing, so on and so forth, right? And that's really good. I like that, right? But the thing is, I think he needs some follow through. He does have some follow through on this one, but we'll see how things go. All right, so it's more you. I think the skin came up pretty well. I think, however, this guy looks quite Indonesian.
Yeah, well, I think the Zenithal on this one was also a little bit darker because you have to go with the OSL look.
Oh, because he's got the
fire.
Yeah.
But I will sharpen him up with manual highlights or base paints and stuff. But it just helps to set the tone. Tremendously puny amount of progress. My carpal tunnel seems to have returned. Really tanking the flow, my dudes. So since the last post, I had applied my Asian skin, quote-unquote, contrast skins over all the dudes and finished one hat. Then I did another hat last night and tried to refine the skin of the first guy I started with, and the carpal tunnel attacked. Hoping to get further this time.
Hats look good.
Yeah, that's my hat. And then it's my second hat.
I think this first one looks better than the second.
Yeah, it does.
But I'm not sure whether that's the miniature or the paint job, because I think these look considerably thicker. Did you paint this on yourself, or is that part of the model?
There is a sculpt there that I trace on top with the.
Well,
lines.
if it's the sculpt, like.
I mean, because it does has the lines.
Yeah, I know.
Individually sculpted, and it's a carpal tunnel.
We will not get into it with the Bushido sculpts. We will just move on.
I do think it's decent. When you look at it from afar, I guess. All right, Larry. Oh no, it's
Liam.
Not Larry. Okay. Well, I have Larry, and now things have. Hold on. Yeah, Larry is next for me. Maybe Liam is.
Larry is like that one is way off, or it's not appearing on this one. No, I did not got Larry appearing.
Should I send it?
It's an update at this stage with the number of errors we've had. I think because we've got his stuff at the end. We'll just go to his stuff at the end.
Okay, we'll just do Liam first then. Started with the skeleton's weapons this week. Got the start of some corroded copper armament. Going. May need some touch up on the rest of the mini later, but who knows? As for the other figure, got started on the red flesh using the method I learned from the Oni-inspired orc. Or at least as best I could remember without rewatching the tutorial. I'll double check and hopefully find I didn't watch it. Shared a before and after for the most recent layer of red to demonstrate the process a bit.
Okay, so he goes from like this sort of purple to this red here. So I think it covers up a bit too much of the purple.
I think the purple was meant to be like a under painting shadow layer. But Liam, if you'd like, please take a look at our Understanding Red video. Just skip ahead to the practical application section. We talk about how to highlight with red saturation shading.
Yes.
That's the one that you want. There's 3 ways to highlight red. You want the
well,
saturation.
There's 3 ways to highlight any color.
Yeah, but just go to the section where we talk about the saturation.
I think he wants analogous for this one because it looks like he's going with analogous.
Well, that's only because he starts with purple.
Okay, alright, that's fair.
And I think based on how he's done it and he's covering up the purple, it's just to give that sort of purplish shadow.
Alright.
So which the Galvar back red does already.
To a degree.
Yeah, it's like a burgundy, desaturated burgundy color. So that recipe works every time. If you want to try that one out, it works. Oh, but he might not have the Chimera red. That would be difficult.
Yeah, because it really wants that very bright red.
Okay.
Bright saturated red.
Well, then analogous then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
70% of the time, it works every time.
Was it 50% of the time or something?
I forgot. I've forgotten what the actual numbers he says are, but he's so stupid.
so dumb. Is that from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No, that's Anchorman.
Oh, right, Anchorman. Okay, anyhow. Yeah, I quite like your little skelly boy. We're going to meet.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. A little more progress on this guy. Pretty happy with the match of the art reference so far. Yeah.
You know what's really disappointing? You've done the eyes well, in my opinion, and that will almost be completely covered up by the hat.
That's why I did it, because I checked. I put the hat on.
In
the photo, the way that in the beninging, in the photo it looks like you don't see the eyes, when I put the hat and I look at him straight on, I can see his whole face. So I think the way that they've shot the angle, it's probably a little bit top down. That's why you can't see the eyes.
Ini
dah bininging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favourite part of that whole meme.
Yeah.
Where he's just, yeah.
So what I've done here is mostly just contrast / ink work. I did highlight up the shirt. And I did do the little, I don't know, some sort of red-orange fade thing at the base of the skirt. You can see it in the picture.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
I think in the
like
picture,
fire.
I think,
Like at the very bottom.
yeah, I think maybe he... I don't know what they're doing half the time.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to mimic like fire burning or something, but I'm just like, I don't think you can be standing like that if your skirt's on fire.
Or like it's meant to be a residual highlight.
Oh no, because I've seen other pictures of the cloaked fellas from this faction, and they have that trim, that little orange trim thingy.
It's a weird. You know what? Never mind. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So here we've got David doing some updates, but once again, like, so it's good. It's good, David. But here's the thing that I really want. Like, I've noticed that often you stall out at this stage, right?
Well, we will see.
Yes, but look, I think. What do we say on this review? We say that we're not here to blow smoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we see a repeated pattern of behaviour, I think it's right to call it out, because, like, the thing is, the whole point of all of this, right, is to say the things that need to be said, right? Okay.
Yeah.
As an example, right? On the positive side, we've got Chris Shah here, right? And like the thing is, Chris Shah has become more and more consistent. He was already pretty consistent, but he's become better at it, right? And the thing is, you go, all right, you've done this well, this needs a touch up. You've done this well, this needs a touch up. And if people take that feedback on board, right? And we can only this is as much as we can do. We can only talk, right? Then. Each time you become a little better. You're nodding. That doesn't help them.
Yeah, sorry, yes. It's true. We have seen David. He does often post a lot of
the concept.
And it's really cool when we get excited. And I'm just like, okay, well, where's the page? And then sometimes he goes through with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes he goes through with it, and then it sort of stops at a certain point, or maybe he's gotten to the finishing line, but he could just do just that much bit of touch up to make it better. But then it never quite goes past the finish line.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's pretty much it. All right. So next up, we got more from Andy.
Zandy, this evening's work. Fallout. I did not press the post, dude. I pressed see more.
It's okay. It's just the way that the Facebook is.
Okay. Fallout I bought. This one I tried to make a bit more army, like the Sentry bot I did a while ago. Obviously not done the base at all and need to touch up some details, but not bad. Chris says there is a mechanical aspect to this. For army painting, I do the armor first, since you can use a big brush and go fast if you are painting. Yeah.
So I think that this looks really, really good. I think that he's done really well with, like, I still love the way he's done the rust and such. I don't think, okay, interesting.
Yeah, so this is his Beerbarian.
Yeah, but I just want to talk about this guy first. So, like, I think his freehand is not as, like, go away. I want to talk about you. I think that his freehand isn't as crisp as the rest of it, right? It doesn't have to be with the rust effect and such, right? But like that obviously comes through just a little. I think that this looks really, really good. I really like the way that he's done the iBots. Is there anything that you want to say about it?
I didn't even pick up on the freehand star. Like, at least the one on the front, it looked pretty good to me. But then the one on the side, that one seemed quite obvious that it was a freehand that he tried. It still looks like a star.
Yeah.
Not the best star, but look, you're trying.
More a Patrick star.
It's fine. Look,
it's not bad.
Andy is trying to be more bold.
Yeah,
and that is good.
Yeah.
I do think the wire coming along the side could be a bit more bright.
Yeah.
Just a teeny bit.
I think he's used a contrast on it or something, because we've done that before, and like the yellow.
The back, it really shows. It just pops.
Well, because I think with that, he's done like actual yellow paint there.
Yeah, I think like if you did little spots, like little stipples of yellow towards the front, just to give a bit of separation.
Okay, and now we've got the Beardbarian, who's not yet finished, but there's.
I like the beard. The beard's coming along pretty good.
Yeah.
He started off really bright with the skin, which is not a problem if you're going for super pale skin. You have to start bright.
Which is quite possible with
dwarves.
Well, what I was thinking more because it's a barbarian and like obviously Nordic themed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will look forward to seeing more.
Yeah.
Alright, and Joseph, once again, guys, like, here's the thing. Joseph shows us works in progress all the time. And the big thing is, when it comes to this, right, like we say, we encourage you guys showing off your thing. So, what does Joseph say?
Not much to look at so far. Just done some airbrush groundwork. Next, I base coat the flesh, then return to the green.
Yeah. And that's enough, like we said. Okay, so I think this is another from David.
Yeah, there has been a few progress.
Okay, this is good. That he's gotten to the next part. But it does seem a little choppy, doesn't it? The black seems a little choppy, doesn't it?
It does. Combat Patrol Challenge, update. This morning's work. Calling it for the day, getting up in the middle of the night to take care of sick dog has me off my game.
Yeah, generally when there's, I can't forget. I don't remember which culture this proverb comes from, but it says, a healthy man can have 100 problems. A sick man only has one.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
And like, unfortunately, that's the way it is with things, But so here's what I have to say to David. I think that this contrast has worked great for this wolf head and terribly for this armor. What do you think?
I think it could have been an issue of control.
Well, just tell the truth, because that's what we do here.
I'm just trying to figure it out as well. Yeah, because I do think this is something that David does have an issue with previous projects as well. It does tend to be a bit on the blotchy side. So it is an issue of control. So I think you might have to clean up that black a bit more.
Yeah,
it's also very hard to use contrast over super smooth surfaces. Especially because it's not really designed for smooth curved surfaces. You can make it work, but it have to really do the section really fast. Like, you maybe use a bigger brush and then have less strokes, things like that.
Yeah, like often what you want to do is have no strokes at all, just sort of paint it on and wick excess off.
Yeah, so the technique that you would be using is very much the same technique that nail artists use.
Sort of like blotting sort of thing.
So it's like they sort of push the brush all the way up to the cuticle.
I like how you push on your nail as if people can see.
Well, you can see. I have to show you.
Just describe what you do.
Nail art tutorials. Just watch how they do the first coat of paint. So you got to push the brush up to the cuticle and drag down the side. Push up the middle of the nail pushed down. You see, like, how am I supposed to explain this? You can't tell. Like, this is confusing. Even I'm confusing myself. I'll send you a video, okay, maybe, and that's basically how you approach pauldrons, because they're kind of pretty much the shape of a nail bed.
You sound like an angry girlfriend. You're like, start explaining things, get upset with your explanation, and then say, I'll send a video.
I can see that it's not going to come through. Now, lots of other women, they just explain and they're like, you got that?
Alright, well...
You know? Like, how do you not get it?
I think we've already talked about this, and finally this is that. Now, we don't see the transformation, but if you can send Larry's... Oh, Chris's post hasn't come through either.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I saw you had this one.
Yeah, no, it's Facebook, it's...
Okay, well...
It's a see you next Tuesday, so if you can send me Chris's, and if you can send me Larry's previous one...
I will send Larry's first, since you're...
Yeah. Because it's a hell of a difference, but I tell you what, whatever paint he is using for this blue is fantastic.
Oh, yeah, like I saw that.
But,
because it's the Fantastic Four. How funny.
Yes. For these guys, because it does have that same sort of feel as the Fantastic Four's costume, and as the symbiote stuff.
I'm very sure it's one of the golden acrylics.
Maybe.
Paints. So this is the Larry post.
Yeah. Okay. The previous Larry post. And then we've got the Pink Ranger and stuff.
There's a Pink Ranger.
Never mind. Just. Facebook is really pushing my limits right now. But yeah, so, and if you can send me Chris's, because Chris actually comes before this, and I'll do Chris's, and then we'll do the... Facebook, why are you like this? Why are you like this? Alright. Because we had some issues at the start. So if you could read out Chris's, please, and we'll go right to that.
Some models from the recent Old World core set.
Chris, the master of brevity.
Brevity, yes, that's
Alright, so really like the way that he's done the banners. These are like super clean, aren't they?
Yeah, but they have the vibe.
They certainly do have the vibe.
They have very strong evil boy vibe.
Evil boy. Who's an evil boy? I'm an evil boy.
Like, I see them together. And I feel scared, you know. I'm just like, don't find me under my rock that I'm hiding.
They're so consistent. I still think that often the furs are Chris's weak point.
I don't know. I like the furs that he does.
It's because of more of the sort of glossy feel with a lot of them.
Okay,
you know, because like it's obvious sort of traces of contrast sort of thing.
Well, Chris, if glossiness is the issue, most times really thinning the contrast down does help with it sort of absorbing into the primer a bit better, and then it doesn't really have that glossy effect as much.
But yeah, like the metals are spot on. Like they're not how would you call it?
Like true metallics?
I don't know how to put it exactly. My words are failing me, but I guess they're I don't know. Because their sheen is dulled down quite a great deal, which does fit them. But yeah, I think once again I think it's just the furs. So like along here.
Yeah, I do see the glossiness on the on the foot.
But everything else here looks absolutely great.
It's hard to balance a varnish between the metals and furs, but I'm too lazy to do it separately.
Oh yeah, don't say you're too. Look, you've done little green energy bolts in his mace. You cannot say I'm too lazy. Look at this effect I painted, but I'm too lazy. You know that.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, I have to say Henry's right. Yeah.
But I really do like it's just so clean. It does, like, for a Chaos army, it feels a little off because like they're just everything is so precise. You know, it really reminds me of brush strokes work. The way that it is. You know, just nice separation.
The fur on this character wasn't contrast painted.
What have you done with the hooves and with the tail? Because it seems to have a similar effect with that of the cloak.
Yeah. It does have a bit of a satiny finish. Maybe it's just the overall varnish. Like he varnished it, and then now it looks like that.
I'm not sure.
Look at that. Is that the decal? It is, isn't it? Look at the decal. It's so seamless.
I think it might be a decal, and then he's done some paint work on it.
Yeah. Oh, those using dark tones. So yeah, it has a sheen to it. Okay.
Yeah. So I think.
But the cloak isn't.
Yeah. So I think like what you might want to do is just get a varnish for those sorts of things where it's got the sheen, just a matte varnish.
The anti-shine.
Yeah. Like Army Painter has a really good one. And if you're mates with your local shop and they do Army Painter, you might be able to get a decent deal because I think they get an anti-shine with every 6 paints that they sell.
Really?
Yeah. They might not do that anymore, but yeah, I do remember previous guys telling me is like. Yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, well that should take it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really like the verdigris on this, but I think in some areas it's gone a bit far. Beautiful. So like up here, like a bit too much, but like for the most part, it's
very controlled.
Yeah.
Very nice. This is.
I also.
Black Legion? No. Am I getting it mixed up?
You're thinking of the 40k version of the fantasy team, and it's essentially the same thing, right?
Yeah, because the logo, is it not the same as different?
Oh, it's pretty much the same, yeah, because this is Chaos Undivided. Ironically, Chaos Undivided still has like 1 point bigger than all of the others, which doesn't make, sense, but it's meant to be Chaos. Anyway, long story short, it's not unreasonable to be confused by it. But yeah, I really like this right down here, just these nice little highlights. It's not big highlights, but just that I think. What are you doing?
Sound effects.
You've ruined it. You've ruined everything.
I can't say the rest of the line. It's swearing. Yeah.
I thought it. Never mind. But yeah, no, it's really nice. I like this guy.
I quite like the back actually.
Yeah.
It looks very Game of Thronesy.
Yeah, no, it's a very nice model, and I think he's painted it really well.
Beautiful on this one.
But like, for example, with this verdigris here, because it's on more sort of steely sort of things, and because of its intensity, it feels a bit more like a glow.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
Yeah,
I think it's also because it's a bit odd. Contrast with like the super shiny silvery look with the verdigris. It just doesn't quite feel like tarnished metal.
Yeah, like see up here where there's that slight brass, I think it feels right. But,
yes, correct.
But yeah, like and see, I think that's what I feel like was missing from these guys, because I looked at them and they just So clean. And, like, I really like the way he's done the highlighting.
Yeah. It's so simple but so effective.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get that.
It's nothing crazy, though. It's nothing where you're just like, oh, okay.
Well, can you use this to briefly explain to me, because we had this conversation earlier today about how my painting style is great for the Bushido models.
Oh, yeah.
But when it comes to Games Workshop models.
So, okay. I said that basically everything about Games Workshop is autistic, even down to the way that they want you to paint. So here, right, let's take a look at this horse, right? This is not how horses look, obviously, right? Because it's got the helmet on and everything, right? But you've got these big square segment, big line, big line, big line, big line, right? Big line, big line, big line. You know, segment, right? It, design-wise, wants everything to be edge highlighted. Edge highlight everything. You know, edge highlight along this rim. You know, edge highlight along this rim.
This spike.
Yeah. And it's like, that's what it's designed for. And that's one of the things that I like less about the newer models. Like, Chris, you might have something to say about this because you've painted up some of the old school models before.
Sorry, I missed a...
Oh, okay.
The logo in Fantasy has an empty center for some lore reason, but yeah, it is a decal. Right,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Please continue, yep.
But, like, so even with these horns, right? They're meant to be horns. Not sure if you've ever encountered them in the wild. Usually in the wild means on a farm, but like, the thing is, they're round. They usually come from a bull, and like, they're round. They don't have these edges on them.
Oh yeah.
And
right.
see, like, everything is an edge.
Even the cloths will have a little bit of a lip, so that
exactly.
highlight.
Like right here, like, I think that Chris has done this very well, but, like, he's obviously performing to what the sculpt demands, right? And that's what I'm talking about, because, like, okay, let's go over to Larry's models for a second, and I'll show you exactly what I mean, right? So, over here, like, we go, take a look at Reed Richards here, right? Not a single hard line on this entire model, right? Maybe the thumb here, right? Maybe some of the ridges on his brow, right? But there's no hard lines. We go over here. You've got, like, it's like these guys have made a circle out of right angles. Well, am I wrong, though? Alright, so Chris is saying, hey, Sing, I'm not surprised if cool, Sing, I'm not surprised if a model is designed to fit their painting teaching methodology. A lot of details to support contrast painting. Well, see, that's... Okay, I'll get to that. And where it's not, it supports edge highlighting to make a quick impact. So, with this, this is basically what we've been saying, because Larry does have a GW model here. I will try and find him. Come on. Alright. So, like, here, right, the fur's great for contrast and all of that, but like, the problem is that when it comes to edge highlighting, in my opinion, as somebody who paints for a living, it is not a friendly painting technique, right? It's high intensity for pretty mid returns.
Yeah, which is why I guess I am often quite confused with the kinds of results Chris produces. at the quantity that he produces tonight. And I'm just like, it's such a tiresome... How does he do it?
I think probably he's quite precise with his contrast, because we can see that this is contrast, and then he'll do some highlights over the top of that, right?
Yeah.
But he can tell us for himself as he's on the chat. And the thing is with all of this, like, I'm not sure what he's using for the metals, but I think these have come off really well. He might be using a similar technique to us where we did the black metal contrast, where you remember it's something like it's a 50-50 between
like Balthazar gold and black or something.
Well, that's the one that we do. Okay, you're saying. I will read
For
out.
my space wolves, I barely edge highlight the armor since it's all chipped with a sponge, except my characters are at best dry brushed.
Yeah. So the thing is with all of these sorts of ones, right? And like at the moment, guys, we're not really reviewing Chris's stuff as much as like making a
comment.
Yeah, a broader point.
For these nights, I sprayed it all the brown silver and then painted the bronze, which I could then dry brush a bright silver, then painted all the other stuff after.
Yeah, so we've seen other people do this where, like, because there's so much trim, so he just did all the trim, and then he's been just very carefully leaving the trim untouched and then just painting in all of those details. Which means you got some great hand control there.
Yeah, I only really edge highlighted the leather and the purple since they were so high contrast.
Yeah, no, and it's come out great, but for us, right, like, because the thing is, like, obviously you have good control, but most people we meet have, like, sort of mid-range control, and a lot of people are older who we meet, so... whether through work or just
Old
their
age,
hands, you know, like, because I've got a tiny bit, but some of the times I'll have a slight shake. Especially like if I've gone out lawn mowing or whippersnippering, you know, doing the household chores, I'll come back in and I'll notice, you know, my hands just that shake in. It's like, oh, I can't paint for a while. But yeah, it's just like that. So like contrast. I've got nothing against it, except I don't think it's a beginner technique. I think you paint with just regular paints for a while, do 10 models, then go for gold with contrast. And I wish people would like just let people learn the fundamentals. But finally, let's move on to Larry. So Larry started out with this paint right here. I'm not sure what it is. Do you want to read out what he did?
This will take a while.
Oh, because you got to get back?
Yeah, and also it's like taking 10 years to load.
Facebook is just the best, isn't it?
Web head showing up in black, all formal like, making the Richards family all blue. I'm very sure it's one of those golden paints.
But it's just so fantastic the way that it's all come up, because like we see it here and
it's a Kaleido.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting. But you were right, the black's golden.
Because he normally uses golden for the more like super vibrant colors. And
yeah, he's a big fan of the golden. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. You know, I'm just saying because Larry really likes to vary his paints.
Yeah, he likes to really experiment with different brands.
But let us go on to this one and you can read it out. But in the meantime, I'm just going to talk about Richard himself, because just that cleanup, I'm going to go from how he was before to how he is now. Just that cleanup, how much... Because this is a very much trust the process thing. Because you see this here, and you're just like, I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. Alright,
Am I reading this one?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Okay, so today's color is Arctic Blue. Okay, not exclusively, but mostly. Used it as a base for the white bits on costume and such. Came out okay for the FF and Spidey's eyes. But his front needs some work and the back needs a lot of work, which I expected. Used the blue to shade the lower areas of the Goatman's muscles, and for grins, tried it on the edge of the dark saber as a test, since I'm not decided on a final plan for that. Also, it went on the lightning from Throg's hammer, then decided to do the base coats for his colors. Shadow Flash was used for the base of the FF skin, and start picking out the Goatman's scars.
So, let's go through them individually. So, I think Sue Storm just doesn't look as good, and it's not that I think Larry's done anything wrong with Sue Storm here, but it's just not as interesting a pose. It's just, you know, and like also I think with what's done on her, it doesn't have as much impact as what's done on Richard because there's so much more model and those things feature so much more. Because I think this looks absolutely fantastic. Like the contrast between the textures. Like that's... I think like that's sort of what we were talking about with Chris earlier. Like, you can either make it work for you or it works against you. And see, like, having that super sort of, like, gloss feel and then, like, the more flat, satiny look.
White.
Yeah. And it's just... It works so much. It works so much. And, like, I feel like I look at this and I'm just like, man, even if he stopped the model here... Right, I'm not saying the base, just the model... It'd still look good.
Yeah. Especially considering, like, that's how superhero costumes.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, even with the hair and the face and everything, like... It's just...
Oh, but Richard has only the sides of his hair is white and then, like, black.
I don't know. My point is just, like, how much that sort of does things. But Spidey's looking great. What do you think?
Yeah, I think again, like that with the Venom costume, it really is all about that gloss.
Yeah.
So like you gotta have all your work done for you. You just gotta go in with a brush to really pick out and clean the whites.
And I think he mostly has, and like.
Because I think he airbrushed that on or something. Because I can see that white fade or something.
Yeah, but see, like I'm also like, I'm not sure you want to like really go in there in case it ruins the rest of the sort of gloss.
Not effect. The line, but if I could borrow the mouse.
Okay.
Mostly like just this outer section here where you can see.
Yeah, I know exactly what you. That's I'm like saying. If it ruins the sort of gloss effect anyway, so like, sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I thought he would just use carbon black again.
I understand, but I'm saying like it's different sprayed to.
Oh yes, so then you'll have to stroke.
Yeah.
That'll show up.
Yeah, so like.
I
know, right? I know. Because like it's even worse on the back.
Yeah, I guess the only way to do it is to really have it masked off first.
Yeah,
and then spray.
That's going to be hard. But yeah, so I think for Fido here,
I don't know. I feel like the salt and pepper has come through a bit. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? It does feel salt and peppery.
On the bottom, maybe, but once again, I feel like these leathers.
Yeah.
Like.
It's just
even more, I'm feeling the same thing. Also, that grenade has to be green. I don't care. Like, even if that's not...
Or silver.
Silver, yeah, sure. But, like, it cannot remain that color. Because, like, at the moment...
It's just black on black on black.
Yeah, it's... Well, yeah.
With the same edge highlighting.
Yeah, and see, like, it blends in with the brown. Like, this is all just, like... Blah. White. You know? and like it's just too strong. You need something to break it up.
I think you did nice on the scarring.
Yeah, the scarring. Like
Mine
I was
good.
I was looking forward to seeing that, and this is what I meant by the Pink Ranger. So this is another Mandalorian. I think he's done pretty well with the patterning.
Yeah, but there's a bit of overspill with the yellow on the boots.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, he's going to fix that up.
Yeah. Frog Thor.
I think his colors are pretty well locked in. You know, I think it is what it is. He said he's blocked it in, and I think that's it. But yeah, like this is what we were talking about, folks. Look at this. Well,
you got
1, 2, 3, 4 different brands. Because I wasn't sure. I was like, no,
that's scale 75 too.
Well, like technically, it's 5 different types of paints. So like
the artist range is slightly different from the.
Yeah, because this is an art paint, whereas this is a miniature paint. This is also much closer to an art paint.
That is an art paint because it's gold and so flat.
Yeah, no, but so flat. Never mind. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, like, yeah. So I think Larry's done very well for himself this week. Gotten some miniatures out. I really loved Chris's work. I think that there was a lot of stuff here that there was to love. You know, I was actually surprised about Liam's copper stuff. The
grease.
Yeah, I thought that was looking great. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend.